statement, previous statement. And then we discuss about the after the function and we discuss about what we discuss. We discuss the file handling. And now what is the file handling? Basically, first of all, we need to open the file. If I have to open the file, what we use? What we use? Which function we use? Which method we use? Open. So open with the, if I want to read the file, what we use? Open comma R. And then what we use? What we write down? Read. Am I correct? If I want to write the, if I want to write the file, then we have a two options, W and the append. What is the difference between W and append? What is the difference between W and append? Suppose I am writing open file name comma W and I am writing here write. What will happen? What will happen? Anyone? What is the difference between W and A? We already discussed in the last session. Yes? Yes? Loudly. When we write down the open, that time we write down the two things. W. W means write. So if you write down the W, what will be happen? It will be remove the old content and add the new content. What is the A for? Append. What is the append? So append will be write down the content into the same file. Means we are going to update the file. Are you getting my point? So W, it will be replace the file and A will be update the file. Am I correct? And then if I want to remove the file, if I want to remove the file, what we use? We use the remove, but we have a don't remove function. For that we need to import that one. What we write down? Import OS. Then OS dot, what is the function? OS dot remove for removing the file. And now if I want to close the file, what we use? fs dot file dot close, file name dot close. Do the practice at home, otherwise it's difficult. Okay, now today we will start the next chapter. Today we will start the next chapter, chapter number 2 and then point number 2. So that's what is the object oriented programming. So that's in the short we call the OOPS. So now first of all we discuss about the object oriented programming. Then we are going to learn about the how to connect the database using the Python programming. So this is our today's agenda. So now first one we are going to learn about what would say with the database. Now in this session, what is the objective? What will use the, so first one we are going to learn about what is the class and what is the object. We are going to learn about the types of the method, then encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and then we are going to connect the database with the Python. Are you getting my point? So now everyone aware about it. What is the class? Raidu, water bottle. What is the class? What is the class? Class, yes, class is the blueprint. So in that what happens, what we store? We store the some method and the abstract. So what is the object oriented programming? So if I take the structure oriented programming, what happens? In that we need to write down the all things into the one class only. Am I correct? name. Then what is the std dot std dot execute this one. See what we get. We get the output. Write down this one. Write down this one properly. Don't take the photos. Try to write down the code. Instead of taking the photo, type the code. I will share this one file with you. Don't worry about that one. Everyone done? Everyone done? Now what I'm doing, I'm not going to use directly printing the attributes. This is the wrong way. Generally what happens? We use the encapsulation. What is the encapsulation? Instead of the directly displaying the variable. Now what is the drawback here? Anyone? What is the drawback? If I'm displaying directly variable, what is the drawback? Anyone? See, we know where we store the data. We store the data in a database. Directly, if you are giving the column name, so there will be the chance to hack. Someone hack the data because you are directly giving the locker key. Am I correct? You are giving the amount. Directly, you are giving the amount from the locker. Getting my point? So roll number is this is the locker for the particular data. Am I correct? Are you getting my point? Are yes or no? Yes. So now instead of the directly giving the locker, what happened? What we do? We will create the one method. Using that method, we will give the data. Am I correct? So now how can we do this one? Now we have this one data. I am creating the one method. Define display. What I am saying? Display info. Create this one method. And if you are creating the method outside of the class, you are not going to write down the self one parameter. Now here we will write down the self parameter. And self parameter print. First one what I want to print? First one I want to print? First one I want to print this one name. So what happened? What I am doing? I am writing here name. Now what happens? See, this is not outside of the class. This is method is inside the class only. Got it? And now this is the global variable. If I want to call the global variable, we need to call with the self keyword. Self roll number. Got it? What I am displaying? Name. Self roll number. Then again print. What I am printing? What I want to print? What I want to print? Name. What I want to print? First I want to print the roll number. First I want to print the roll number. Then I want to print the name. What am I writing here now? What will write down? Self dot name. And then what will write down? Print. I am writing here message branch. And then what I am doing? Colon what? Self dot branch. Self dot branch. Got it? Got it? Write down this one and execute this one. Everyone done? Now I want to display the attribute. See what I'm saying. Class consists of two things: attributes, that is the variable, and then methods. So what is the task? What is the task? I want to display the information. Getting my point? If I have to perform the any task, what will happen? We will call the function. We are not going to call the variable. Are you getting my point? Now, instead of the displaying this thing directly print, I am just making this one as the hash. What we do? What we do here? What we will do? We will call the what std dot. What we call? Array? What we call? I want to display the information. Where is the information available? Into the display method. Am I correct? So what we need to call here then? std dot display info. Display info. So it will display the all information. Got it? Now I hope you didn't got it. Write down this thing code. Got it? Everyone done? Now I am doing the some improvisation. Got it? Now roll number, name and the branch. Suppose I am writing here first name. Okay? And now I am writing here last name. Then I am writing suppose here Mahure. Got it? Roll number, we have a branch. And then I am writing suppose city. City equal to, suppose I am writing here Nagpur. Okay? Branch CSC. I am writing here CGPA. Suppose I am writing here CGPA. Now suppose I am writing here CGPA 7.8. What I am writing here? CGPA 7.8. Got it? Now, what I want to do? I don't want to display the entire information. I will divide the information into the two slabs. First one, general information, and second one, academic information. Everyone know about that? What will come in the general information? First name, last name and city. What will come in the academic information? Roll number, branch and CGP. Got it? So now what I am saying, display what I am creating one method, display general info. What I am creating? Display general info. So I am just printing the cell name. No, I am printing the what? I am printing the name, self, first name, and then comma. What I am writing here? Self dot. What will you write down? Self dot last name. Got it? And I am displaying the branch here. No. What I am going to display? City. What I am going to display? City. What I am going to display? City. What we write down here? Self dot what? City. Got it? Now, suppose I want to see the only general information. What we called? We'll create the instance, and what we called? std dot display general info. It will give only the general info. Display general info. Yes, we need to execute this one code. Okay, and now see what happened. We'll get the only general information. What is the name? Rishikesh Mahure. City is the Nagpur. Now I want to display the academic information. Okay, one task I want to display the academic. What we need to do? Anyone? What we need to do? What we need to do? We need to create one another function. Am I correct? We need to create another function. Am I correct? What is the name? What is the name should be the another function? So now here, what happened? You can create the one another function def. Just create this one function and just show me the output. Display academic info. Create the function display academic info. Create the function display academic info. Create the function display academic info. I am going to see the output from each and everyone. Don't sit idle in the classroom. If you see the CBSE student, they are aware about this thing in the 9th and 10th standard only nowadays.
Not running the code.
Not running the code. Why? Select the kernel. How many times I told you? Select the kernel, Python environment, install Python. Wait for this. Done? 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 हाँ डन कर दो क्लोज करो उसको क्लोज करो सक्सेस हो गया ना वेट हो गया जस्ट वेट डन always see now what happened you need to follow the 4 space see this is inside the def now this is inside the def okay always follow the 4 space rule got it now this one is created done okay just save this one if you are in the pi file now again you need to call this one to the another file but why are you using the i2inb file use the Google Colab now why are you using the Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook Sublenders what happened this is for the development we are going to do the analysis visualization machine learning Sublenders is not support for the machine learning okay you can use the Google Colab Google Colab or Jupyter or Python done what happening what is the error no display CGPA why we wanted to display general info display academic info display you are very good roll number branch and CGPA getting output good what is your good name Pujita. Did you integrate the chat GitHub and the Git yes what is it the student object has no attribute I name where is student attribute I name or L name I name or L name? L name. Now execute this one code. Okay. Got it? Just try to read the error. Okay. I am not aware about your code, but just I read this one code. I understood you write the I name. Just when you get the error, don't be panic. Just try to read the error. What kind of the error? Then you will automatically you will get the solution. Only 2 students done with the output. Done. Display academic info. Good. Good. Done. Done. Got the output. Error. Done. Get the output or not? Why? Execute the first one. Where is the class student? Class student. Execute this one. Okay, so now go below. Now call the display general info. std dot display general. Display general. So that is going to press the tab button. Press the tab button. Press the tab button. Opening and closing square. Now run this one. Run this block. What are you getting error? Object has no attribute display general info. Just go above. Go above. Student. Always, if you take the class, always take yes as the capital. Student. Display general info. Go below. Go above. Copy this one. Display general info. Control C. Control C. Go below. Paste here. Remove the cell. Remove the colon as well. Remove the colon, this one colon. I execute the code. Why? Why to create display general now? What are you doing? All you need to follow the structure. This is the method inside the DEF only. Follow the 4-space rule. Now execute this one. Execute above code. Now below code. Got it? Always just follow the structure. See what I'm doing. What I say, you need to follow the Python programming, don't have a curly brace. Am I correct? Java follow the curly brace. See, if I write down the code into the Java pattern, what I can say, see, I am just using the play skip. Over see here, this is the one class block. Am I correct? So inside the class, what we have? You are getting this one line. You are getting this one line. You are getting this one line. Are yes or no? Yes. So this is the entire data inside the class. Class consists, this is the attribute and this is the method. Correct? And now you can see, you are getting this def, getting def, and for the def you are getting this one line. So means this is also the one block. This is containing code from here to here. If we use the Java programming, that time we use the curly brace. This is the curly brace and here we use the one curly brace. Got it? And for the method also we use the curly brace. But in a Python, we don't have a curly brace. So what we have? What we have? Four space indicator. See, class, after that, all attribute write down with the four space. Got it? If I am writing here def, if I am writing this def, if I am writing this def here, what will be happen? You can see. What will be happen? This is the part of the class or now? No. This is the one different block. You can see. This is the one different block. And this is the one different block. What I am doing? I am writing the code inside the class. That's why I am getting the four space. Now this one is, suppose I am writing this one, display, what I am writing here, display academic info. What I am writing here, display academic info and colon. If colon means after the colon you need to write down the four space. So what I am writing here, print. What I am writing here, print. First one, roll number. What is the roll number? Self dot what? Self dot yes roll number. What? Self dot roll number. Why I am getting the error for the self? We need to pass the self also. Got it? Then what is print? Then what happened? What I want? Branch. What I want? Branch. So comma self dot branch. And then print CGPA. What I'm writing here? CGPA. What I'm doing? What I'm doing here? Comma self dot CGPA. Got it? You can write down this one C. Now you can see the structure. This is the one entire class. Inside the class, this is attribute, this is method number 1 and this is method number 2. Got it? Write down this thing properly. Now you can execute this one code. Suppose now I want to display the general information. What we write down, what we call general information. Suppose I want to display the which one? Academic information. What I call academic info. See, what we get? Academic info. So what is the beauty of the object-oriented programming? We are able to call only particular block that I require. Got it? So I want to display the both. So what I am doing here, I am writing here print. I am writing here print. Academic. What I am writing here? Academic. I am writing here academic. And now what I am doing? I am printing again here what? General. What I am printing here? General. So how I am going to print the general? std dot what? Display general info. Got it? See. You will get the output for the both one. Write down this thing properly. Follow the 4-space syntax. Everyone done? Everyone done? Done? Now see, display method when will execute when we call that method. Am I correct? So how is executing? If we call this one, got it? If we did not call, this will be execute. No, am I correct? This one method also. So that's why this is the method is the user defined methods. What we call these one are which methods? Which methods? User defined methods. What called? User defined method. This one also the user defined method. Got it? Got it? Now we will see the predefined method, that is the init. Now we know everyone done up to here. I will take the one another class. I will take the one another class. Suppose I am writing here class dog. Getting my point? What I am writing here? Class dog. And what I am saying, what I am taking class dog. And now suppose I am writing here one method display def. What we can say? Show. Or we can say, what we can say? Type. I will write down the show. What I am writing method? Show. That is show method. In that I am writing here print dog is white in a color. Okay, just try to understand this one. Everyone done? Above one, I will share the code. Don't worry about that. Okay, try to understand the concepts. See what happened. Don't type the code. I will share the each and every one code with you. Just try to understand the concept. So what I'm doing, I'm writing the my own. This one is the show. So how will execute? This will execute. I'm writing self. How this will execute? When we call this one. Am I correct? Now how to call this one? Suppose what we need to do? We need to create the object. So what I'm writing here? Suppose obj dog. What I'm doing? Suppose creating object obj dog, and then dog open and curly brace, and then I want to call the show. What we do here? Obj dog dot show. Am I correct? What we get the output? We get the dog is white in a color. Am I correct? But there is some by default property for the dog. What is the by default property? He have 4 legs. Am I correct? Are you getting my point? So now see. if I want to show this kind of the things by default, so now we are not going to use the user defined method. This is the user defined method. User defined method or function. Okay, what we use? What we use? We use the one method that is the predefined. What we use? Predefined method. So for that we have a predefined method that is the init. So it will execute automatically when we create the instance of the class. Getting my point? Now see what is the predefined? Spelling predefined method. Okay. Now that we start with the C. Shift plus hyphen two time and init method. Which one? Init. Keyword def hyphen init method. Are you getting my point? What? Init method. And now here what I am writing, suppose print dog have a 4 legs. Getting my point? Write down this one. So now see, everyone done? What happened? If I want to execute this one method, we need to call this one method. Am I correct? But now I am not going to call the init method. Now you can see what will be happen. First one execute this one code and now execute this one code. What you are getting? Did we call this one method? No. So what happened? If we now suppose I am making this one hash and I am executing without calling the method, this method will be execute. Are you getting my point? See what you are getting? Dog have a 4 legs. That is the use of the init method. Got it? Write down this thing. Everyone done? Done? Don't worry, don't write down. Just everyone understood the concept. Now what is the, this is the use of this one only? No. Sometimes what happen? So now see, here in the student what happened? This is the initialize, already initialized. Getting my point? Now sometimes what happen? We need to initialize the variable at the time of the object creation. Getting my point? So when, suppose, just understood the one scenario. Okay. Now, suppose I have one class, employee. So I am creating the object of the employee equal to EMP. Getting my point? And now at the time of the creation of the object, what happened? We want to assign the variables. Suppose employee name is the Ramesh. Okay. Then age is the 32 and city is the Nagpur. Getting my point? So what is the scenario now? In the student, what we are doing? In the student, you can see in the student class. Just try to understand the concept. In a student, we are passing any value, we are passing any object, variable, no. Now here, what happened in the employee? At the time of the creator of the instant, we are passing the variable. Got it? Now what is the scenario? Suppose new employee came. It is already available in the database. No, we need to add that employee into the database. Am I correct? So when you are going to add, if you are able to add that at the time of the instant creation, we have already 10 employee. Suppose we have already this one 3 employee. Now this one the 4th employee is coming. So we are going to change the data structure? No. We are going to add that at the time of the creation of the object. Getting my point? So that's why I am giving the information of this one employee. So what happened at the time of the employee? So now just create the one class. What the class? Employee. Just try to understand the concept plus employee. Now what I am writing here? DEF hyphen init. What I am writing here? Init. And now into the init, first one I am passing the self. Second one, what? Name. Very good. Second one, name. Third one, age. 32 rupees salary नहीं हो सकता है ना? This is the age. You can pass the salary also. And the third one, city. Am I correct? Now we take this one. Now what happens? We need to store this one as the variable. For that, what we write down? Self dot name. And in that name, what I am storing? For avoiding the confusion, I can write down here name. Name. But we can say name or new name. I will give the new name. Okay. I will give the new name. And now I am giving the, suppose here, new age. I am giving the new age and I am giving the new city for the avoiding confusion. So what happened? This is self dot name means you can understood scope for this one only inside the method. Getting my point? What is the self dot name? See here, we are displaying the self dot name for the student. Getting my point? Self dot name is nothing but for the global. We are storing this one at the global. So means any one method can able to access that value. Getting my point? So what I am doing? I am creating the self name. And in that what I am storing? What I am storing? New name. Then what I am creating? Self, yes, self dot age. And what I am storing? New age. Third one, self dot city. And what I am storing? New city. And from where we are getting the city? From the at the time of the instant creation. Now see, done. Now what I am doing? I am printing this one. I am printing this one. Print. What I am doing? Print a new employee. Print new employee. What is the new employee? Suppose print. What is the print? First one, name. First one, name. Then comma. What? Now what I want to display? I want to display which one? I want to display the new name or the self name. What happened? Self dot. Where is the value now? In a self dot name. So what I am writing here? Self dot name. Got it? Now then I want to print the second one also. Print the age. Print age. Self dot age. Correct? And third one, print what? City. City. Print city. What happens? City. Self dot city. Self dot city. Got it? Now you can execute this one. Store successfully. Now if you execute this one, it will print the employee information. Got it? Write down this thing properly. That is the use of the init method. I added the first one employee. Suppose I am adding the second employee. EMP equal to employee what? Suresh. Suppose he is 36-year-old and now from the Kakinada. Getting this one? You can see what we get. First one entry Ramesh, second one entry Suresh. We can able to add the multiple employees. Got it? Everyone got it? Everyone done? Now just do the one changes. See, just take the data with the init method and display data with the info method. Employee info. Try to do this one. What I'm doing? I'm just taking the data into the using init method and display data using the what? Info method. Try to do this one. You need to do the only one change. What happens? Same program. What do you need to do? Same program. What do you need to do? Take the data at the time of object creation and display using what employee info method. Display using employee info method. So what is the employee info method now? This is the user defined method. Am I correct? Am I correct? Try to do this one. Try to do this one. What do you need to do here? Anyone? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? See, class employee. Now here you need to do the only one changes. What was that? See, what happened? You need to write down the DEF. Define what? Employee info. Employee info. Then colon. Just enough. And now what happened? Display. Now I can execute this one EMP, and what I'm writing here EMP dot, what I'm writing here EMP dot employee info. I can make this one as the hash here. Okay. We need to give the self. What we need to give? We need to give the self keyword. Getting this one? So you can do the this thing also. Employee second one, and then what I'm doing? Again displaying the employee info. Got it? You can able to do the this thing as well. Everyone done? So we did discuss about the what init method, and we discuss about the class variable also. So what is the instance variable? So here if you want to define the, if you want to take the variable at the time of the define, that time what we use init method. What we use init method. That we call the init means instant method. What is the class method? This is the class method, or is the define method. What is the static method? Directly if I am writing outside of the class, that's we call the static method. Got it? So now see,